going to set up a meeting between the churches.
Oh, no.
All right, you stand with me for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll call this Tuesday, February 28th, 2023 meeting to order at 8:30. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Second. Any further discussion? No. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda A through P.
Second.
For discussion, it was brought to our attention that maybe during the consent agenda, if there was items that maybe we felt were needed conversation more instead of just pushing it through and passing it through, that we would have conversation about it. On these are just on this consent agenda. I don't see anything that is warranting that. Most of them are payrolls and those type of things. So if you guys are good for that, do you have anything?
No, just to add to that, when we do general discussion, a lot of times with public comment, we don't engage. We don't answer and we don't engage, but maybe using general discussion to answer some of the questions that maybe come up in public comment.
Yep. So
In our portion of that.
yep, I think that's a good idea. So, all right, no more further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, consent agenda is passed. All right, move on to public comments. Anyone have public comment? Please state your name and very much you can do about this. Thanks, Matt. Public comment, please state your name. You got 3 minutes to address the commissioners. Thank you.
Hi, Allison, Moffett County. I guess I don't really understand what you just said, but I guess I might have a question about the Cora request part on your consent agenda. So I don't know what you did there, but maybe you could explain that to us. Okay, and so the other stuff I have here is in the newspaper article that was published, you forgot to tell the public that you were trying to attach criminal penalties to this junk and rubbish ordinance that we're talking about. Also, that we now have 3 realtors and 1 county employee on this planning and zoning board. This could cause some serious conflicts of interest, I believe. Only 1 lives in the county and none are ranchers, farmers, or ordinary citizens. At the last commissioners meeting, Commissioner Broom, you talked about Polis assigning to the Wildlife Commission people who don't know anything about wolves and wouldn't know anything about our type of community, ranching, farming, hunting. It's the same when you put all these people on that planning and zoning commission, and then you tell them to make an ordinance about junk and rubbish in the county. If you make criminal punishment attached to these codes, even though you don't want it to be used viciously, the next people very well might use it that way. We do not want that door open. If anyone saw the hearing on the Arizona elections, you would see the same information that has been brought to you here in Moffett County. You would even have heard the same expert brought them a report, the same expert that we brought to you, telling you about the fact that the voting machines are not secure and cannot be made secure. It was also stated that the only way to prove their integrity was by a hand count. We have asked for this in Moffett County numerous times. This election corruption is nationwide and we are losing our country. You have been some of the most informed elected officials because of our efforts here in Moffat County. There are now many counties that have gone either to a hand count only or at least a hand count to verify the machines in every election going forward. You are tasked with guaranteeing us free and fair elections, and you have failed us thus far. I hope you have remedied the transparency issue by putting the minutes to all public meetings on the website, including the planning and zoning meetings and the workshops where you do all your business as commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Public comments?
Dan Haskins. I want to voice my support for the multi-use event center talk. Roy and I've talked about it before, but it's been passed around for several years now. And I'm totally on board with getting something that will benefit everyone that we can all use. And I think it'd bring quite a bit of business into the county and the city both. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other further public comment? One more time. Any further public comment? Hearing none, we'll move on to general discussion. And so I would address two of those items. One on appreciate the comment about the service or the multi-use center. That's been, I think, on our agenda for the last 2 years for sure, of talking about how it's done, and hopefully we can get that moved forward. As far as these, again, you know, I made the statement last week to constituents that the criminal penalty to the junk ordinance, we were just looking at something. We were not bringing it for a vote. We were looking at what other counties were doing. And so on that. On the Cora, I will let Becky get with you on the Cora comments, and then she would be able to explain it way better than I can.
I can comment very briefly on that.
Go ahead.
Sometimes the Cora request comes in, it's a lot of hours of work. After the first hour, which the county cannot charge for, the rate went up in 2019 to $33 and some odd cents an hour. So that change resolution reflects that increased rate for research time. And then there was a part of the old ordinance that kept an old ordinance from 2007 or 8, which said employees could get their records for free, but almost everybody gets their records by email, so there's no copying. So that's what most employees do when they want their records. So we took that out. That's to change it. That's
Where does that hourly wage go to? Who does that go to?
it pays the cost of people who have to find the information. Like sometimes our IT department has to go sift through a lot of records.
Go to their department.
It goes to whatever department is, and then it's screened by the county attorney's office to make sure nothing that shouldn't go out, like social security numbers, is redacted. You can't release that.
All right. Any general discussion, commissioners? Okay. Mr. Dan Miller. You in the hot seat.
Good morning.
You talk about bid recommendations, mag chloride, cattle guard, iron, and asphalt.
Okay, we only received one bid for mag chloride this year. Our budget is $500,000 for this year, same as it has been past several years. GMCO out of Rifle bid 88.5 cents per gallon. We have projected 600,000 gallons this year, which will bring the bid total to 528,000. We'll either cut some concentration on some of the roads or shorten the length of some of the areas to save the 28,000. Bring this down into budget. If fuel goes above $5 a gallon, based on the U.S. Department of Energy Rocky Mountain Regional Average, Jimco will charge a fuel surcharge like they did last year. As of the 20th of this month, that average is 4.62 cents a gallon. So right now there would be no surcharge. We did change up our mag program a little bit this year. We're starting later. We're running 2 crews. We're gonna try to get done a little quicker. But, and we're gonna use a little less mag than we have in years past, so that helped on the budget. I recommend awarding the 2023 mag chloride bid to GMCO for 88.5 cents per gallon.
Is this who we had last year? Is
Yes.
this the same company?
The other company, Desert Mountain, didn't bid because we're asking for 2 trucks for the first 3 weeks, and they were too busy and didn't have a second truck to put on us.
I
As
see.
Jimco does. That's why we never got the second bid. And this is only a nickel a gallon higher than it was last year, so it hasn't gone up exorbitantly.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to award the 2023 mag chloride bid to GMCO for 88.5 cents per gallon.
Second.
Motion second for the discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Cattle Guard Iron.
Okay, we received 2 bids for iron this year. Craig Steel bid a total of $32,284.05. Dougherty Welding from Pilot Rock, Oregon, put in a bid of $40,980. Excuse me, our total budget, which covers cattle guard iron and miscellaneous steel needs throughout the year, is $50,000. Well, I recommend we accept the bid from Craig Steel, $32,284.05.
Kind of weird that someone from Oregon bid such a small.
We get these
project.
every other year, so we get somebody odd bidding it.
Trying to get a foot in the door, maybe.
Well, they put a high number on it if they get a grade. If not, it's. not a big deal.
No big deal.
At least you had 2.
Yeah, for sure. We rather have.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, I would move that we would accept the bid from Craig Steel for $32,284.05 as presented.
Second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, last but not least, asphalt.
Okay, asphalt, we're doing aprons and working on the west end of First Street. We never even got a bid last year. Nobody bid it. We got 1 bid this year from United Companies out of Grand Junction. Our budget is $300,000. They bid a total of $419,288. So I talked to them, and we're gonna drop the work on the golf course road and hit the landfill, save $122,428. Bring the total under budget at $296,860. That'll leave, we'll be doing aprons, extending aprons on County Roads 202, 15, and 22, as well as Pence Drive, 2nd Avenue West, plus the milling and overlay on the end of First Street. So I recommend awarding the asphalt bid to United Companies for a total of $296,860.
Any questions? These guys, we've been trying to get an asphalt company to come and redo our church, and you can't get.
Yeah, this price is high, but it's what we got.
Yeah,
I'm getting batch plants, wasn't it? He was having trouble.
we're getting concrete guys to come and bid it because we cannot get asphalt companies to come.
Yeah.
It's not a big enough project.
Meeting's doing 318, but I don't know where they're gonna have their batch plats set up. He said they just
Gotcha.
didn't have time to do it.
Crazy.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I award the asphalt bid to United Companies for a total of $296,860.
Second.
Yeah, motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Mr. Tiffany.
Morning.
Morning, how are we?
Good. All right, so I have two bids to go through with you. The first one was for herbicides. We received two bids back, one from Red River Specialties for $21,809.90, and one from Snyder and Counts for $18,975.80. recommend we go with the low bidder here at Snyder and Counts.
Where's Red River out of? You know?
I don't know.
Not that it matters. I was just curious.
Well, Mr. Chair, I make a motion to award the bid for herbicides to Snyder Accounts for $18,975.80.
Second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
We'll have a short season of application with all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Save some money.
The next one is for insecticides. We also got two bids back, one from Snyder and Counts and one from Adapco. Adapco did not bid one of the items that we requested. So what I would like to do is mix and match on these because we had them do line items. We would buy 3 products from Snyder and Counts, and that would be $9,674.50. And one product, which is from Adapco, when they are the manufacturer, for $4,635. That'll save us about $2,000 off of that high bid there. And it's hard when they come in and they don't bid one, but we have them line item each one of these things. So if we mix and match, I think we'll come out a little bit ahead.
Only question I have is, would Snyder and Counts' bid be equal on those line items if they didn't get the whole project? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I went through each line item, the other line items. So Snyder Counts is low bidder on. Yeah, and and Snyder Counts had, the reason is they had to substitute because Adapco is the manufacturer of what we requested.
Yeah, I get it.
And it saves us to get it from Adapco on
Yes.
that line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chair, I would move that we award the pesticides split in the following way. The Snyder and Counts for $9,674.50 and Adapco for $4,635 as presented.
Motion second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Roy. Thank you. All right, last on the agenda is Department of Human Services, Kristen Guerrero. Personnel requisition, but Rachel Bauer, our HR director, is going to present that on her behalf.
All right, so we have the personnel requisition for human services. We would like to see about getting the 2 part-time occasional workers for the county. Costs for each individually would be $3,200 per month. So for both of them totaling $6,400. As far as individually, for each occasional temp worker, the county would be reimbursed 20%. So for one of the temp, 80% on that side. Yeah. So we would have for one individual, 640 would be what the county dollars would be spending on that. And then for travel and lodging, we have estimated about $1,200 for each occasional worker on there, plus their meals would be about $432. So that would be about $3,264. The actual after reimbursement county dollars would be $652 that we would be reimbursed, or that would be what we would be responsible there. In summary, Human Services is asking to approve hiring the 2 part-time employees working a total of 160 hours per month, so 80 each, for an estimated cost of about $10,000 per month, which the county would be reimbursed at 20%, totaling $2,000 for county-only dollars for the temp occasional workers.
We're actually reimbursed at 80%.
80%. Okay.
Our 20% cost.
State's 80 and the county.
County 20, yeah. So 20%. Yeah, sorry about that. 20% totaling the county's dollars. Yeah. On there.
That makes sense. I mean, they're doing their best over there to trying to get all the help they can get. We've had
Mhm.
We've had, empty positions there for years. They got savings there to get that done and
And
It's tough.
applications that
App-
close. with
low
no
application.
Applicants.
To right now.
Mhm.
to bring in somebody from
Yep.
the outside for a while till we can get it back on our feet. And it's only cost the county 20. It's gonna cost us 20% whether we have a full-time employee or we
Right.
bring somebody in. It costs us-
Right. Those positions are all reimbursed by state.
Yep. Okay. But-
Mr. Chair, I would move to approve hiring 2 part-time employees for DHS as temporary occasional workers. As presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. All right, I think that is the wrap of our agenda. Next meeting is Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. Thanks.
And is that meeting going to be in the main conference room? Not yet.
Oh, that's your, that's in April. That's in April. Yep. Okay. Thank you.